What is going on, viewers of YouTube? SunSpot here with yet another video review, and today, of course, we will be going over another NECA review, and that is the video game series Robocop. Now, most of you already know that I'm a huge fan of these video game series boxes and overall, figures, obviously, by NECA, and you always get what you paid for, and that's what I really like about this series. So, straight off the bat, we do have our box. It's really nice. As you can see in the top left corner, it does say part man, part machine, all toy. Kind of funny, because in case you guys don't know, in the movie, it's part man, part machine, all cop, so, it's just kind of a funny thing they got going on there. It does say real toys up at the top, the Robocop logo itself, and his famous, I guess, movie poster. I guess on the cover there, it does say official NECA seal of quality, so that is always cool, and I just really like the artwork they got going on here. It's like this mix of red and blue, and it's, it was on purpose, obviously, the red and blue, because he is a cop, and it's just really nice. It's very reminiscent of the original movie from the 80s and everything, just showing you the rest of the box. It does say NECA, Robocop, real toys at the back, nothing too fancy going on. We do have the Robocop logo, and if you would like to pause this video, you can do so now to read his bio and just what he's all about and what his figure can actually do. Down at the bottom there, it does show his accessories and what he can do with his accessories. You can see that he does come with a gun, just showing the figure itself right over there, and to the left, you can actually open his, this sounds weird, but his right thigh. Nothing too much going on down here to say, NECA brings you arcade realism at home. Thank you, NECA. We know, you are the best. Opening the box here, we do have this really nice artwork of the video game Robocop himself in action. I didn't play the game, I'll be honest with you. I really don't play any of these games. I'm a very new generation kid, so, what do you expect? But, has a lot of information here, just how he holds up in the game, all his prime directives and everything. It's just a cool touch. I really like this picture of him, though. It's like, half of it is like this really solid blue and purple and everything. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but on the left side of him, and by the way, it's like split off, you could see like, there's like some kind of, endoskeleton inside. It has like these green parts and everything. Again, for those of you who did play the game, please let me know what specific instance this is from, because I'm very illiterate in these things, and just looking at where the figure is originally supposed to be, you could tell there's this nice pixelated background, as there usually is with these NECA video game boxes, and at the bottom just says his indicators, how much ammo he has, and just all his functions. Just this really cool video game-esque type icons we got going on here. And here we have Robocop himself in action. I do have his gun out of his holster. I did close up the holster, by the way, and right off the bat you could tell how amazing this guy is. Now, we do get a lot of these video game appearance characters by NECA, and all of them have this really unique paint job applied to them. It's either very glossy or just brings a lot of contrast to your collection, and this one is really not that different. You can immediately tell that this is not your traditional Robocop. He is very shiny blue and does have some shades of white on him, and just looking around the figure, it's just amazing. I don't know why you wouldn't want this in your collection. What I do like is that it starts with this really dark blue, almost purple near the bottom of the legs here, like starting at the knee back to the foot, and then as it slowly goes up, it becomes more and more shiny, and I just really like that. And let's just take a closer look at this badass. Taking a closer look at his head, you could just tell that they did put a lot of detail in this. I really like the shade of blue they put on the helmet itself, and the visor is black. Nothing much you can do there. Same with this whole jaw mask and everything. What I do like is that he's very like cartoony at the jaw and everything. You can see these black spots. His lips are actually black for some reason. It's just really cool. You could just tell that they did add some cartoony effects in there, and I do really like that. And what the other thing I do like is all these like spots of white or like, I really don't know what they are or what they're supposed to represent. Again, I didn't play the game, but I just really love the detail they put on this guy. It does become a little bit darker near the back of the neck here, this really dark blue that I said earlier about the legs, and just removing his gun here just to get a little better. Just moving down the figure, just extraordinary paint job. I really like this. This is probably going on my desk. It's so cool. I love all the shades of blue and all the purple around him, and the back of the figure is this solid shade of dark blue. Again, that doesn't bother me. I think it actually looks really, really cool. And I just really like it. The abs especially, they did put a lot of attention here. I'm just trying to straighten him out. Like, you could tell that there's black, like, different shades of black, of blue, purple, even some white over here. If you can't really tell on screen, there's, like, these dots of white on each ab muscle and everything. Again, I'm trying to turn him. Just moving down on the figure, he becomes really, really shiny. I do like this a lot. This is the same mold as we get with that holster action Robocop, but it's just extraordinary detail. I'm definitely in love with this figure. Please marry me. Just looking down at the feet and legs, it's really, really dark blue and everything. Luckily for me, my little pistons here did not break off, and be warned, these break off constantly if you get these Robocop figures, along with the Terminator figures. And I just like the amount of detail they put in the gloves, how they're a different shade compared to the upper arm, and same goes for this one. It's just really, really beautiful figure, just getting in there. If you move the hands and everything, there's a different shade of blue in the armpits, I guess. I'm not really sure what to call those. I don't know what body parts this guy has. And just as the previous installment for this figure, the holster action one, if you pull up this lever at the back of his thigh, it does open up to reveal where you could put his gun, and you could easily put his gun in there. I mean, not easily. It's a bit of a challenge. You just gotta tuck it in there. Make sure not to break these panels, because these are definitely real flimsy, so I recommend just being careful. It did take some fiddling, but I did get it in there. It has a really nice snug fit in there. It's not really loose or anything. Won't fall out or anything. I don't really know why would you keep it in there. I thought he'd just hold it, but it's still definitely a cool feature and does not take away from the articulation or anything from this figure. As for articulation, this guy definitely has a good amount. His head can rotate 360 degrees as well as go forward, back, and it could tilt side to side. His arms can go 360, can go forward, back, side to side, in and out, whatever you want to call it. One complaint, I guess, I kind of have about this figure, and for some reason everything's becoming really dark on my screen. But one complaint I have is that his elbow lacks a bit of articulation, and I'll say this with all my other Robocop NECA reviews that you'll see in the future, is that he doesn't have much movement in his elbow, can't go 90 degrees, can't go back 90 degrees or anything, but just a minor gripe I have. His upper arm can rotate 360 degrees. He does not have any wrist articulation. As for his abs, he does have separate joints here. He can move forward and back. This ab crunch. Did my camera just turn yellow? As I was saying, his abs or his ab area can move forward and back, side to side. Can't really go 360 degrees unless you force it. He does have some waist articulation here. He can go 360 degrees. Just be careful. He will snap off if you do try really hard. His legs have a really nice articulation, can go, just got to move the arm, it can go 360 degrees, forward and back, side to side, whatever you can do. You can manipulate it so it'll look like there's no actual joint or anything. He has one joint at the knee, can go about 90 degrees back, not too much, and just be careful these pistons, by the way, and he can go a little bit forward as well. At the feet, you do got to be careful because, again, the pistons, they can go forward and back and can kind of pivot. Again, be careful. This guy is definitely fragile. As for accessories, this guy really doesn't have much. He just has his standard Robocop rifle/gun thing. It has this really, really nice shade of purple. It's pretty dark, actually. Doesn't really have a trigger or anything. Nothing too special going on, honestly. It does have some decent detail for, considering how small it was, and can definitely fit in his hand snug and tight. That sounded weird. Please don't take that the wrong way, people. You can see it fits in his hand just nice. It definitely fits the shade of purple that he has going on for his lower arm here. Not so much the main part of the figure, which is this really glossy blue or anything, but it definitely does look nice. As for comparison here, I do have him next to the original mold, which is the, again, the holster action Robocop from way, way back then. And then I have this new, I think this is another video game version. I honestly don't know. I completely forgot, but I wanted to bring them here just to compare that they are a completely different color. I know some people are skeptical, are like, why should I get this one if they release these guys? These guys are completely different and, in my opinion, even a little bit cooler because of the fire and everything. So overall, I love this figure. It is definitely one of my favorite video game character appearances by NECA. I think I still like the Freddy Krueger one just because he's this really bright orange and I do like that color, but if you have the chance and if he is a good price, I highly recommend you get this figure, especially if you are a Robocop fan. And if you are not a Robocop fan, just look at this guy. He's freaking blue! Anyways, people, if you did enjoy watching this review, please like, subscribe, and comment, and do whatever you people do on a daily basis that regards viewers. Please check out my website. I do have some brand new news on Age of Ultron that should shock some of you. So, without further ado, people, I will see you guys in my next video.